We can sometimes drive a little ways in on this dirt road, but it's just a muddy, boggy mess. Just not worth getting stuck coming back here. We're gonna hike back and check out this Territorial grove of aspens. I mean, both people that had the sightings drove right up to it to camp. Oh, I just heard snaps back there. I just heard something back there. You know, it's probably a deer. But I heard something walking, snapping around back there. So I'm gonna, well, we hiked back to the sighting location in the aspens.
I don't care what it is, just as long as it's not a moose. I really don't want to be smushed into the ground today.
I know, I threw my wrist mace in my pocket. We should have brought our big maces. Yeah, I'm talking about the grove of aspens, and I'm looking at aspens right now, but it's this particular spot with over an acre of snap house. Oh my gosh, that storm's catching up to us. Look at the stuff I was gonna have to drive through, y'all. I don't know, I probably could have made it through, but I just don't feel like getting stuck today, and I knew I could hike past all this. Need some help?
No.
I've got my mud shoes on, and Jenny's just got her hiking sandals, so it's not the best stuff to hike in with hiking sandals in the mud. I don't know if you guys can hear that thunder coming. Jenny and I need to get to this aspen, show you guys the Territorial grove of aspens, and get out as fast as we can so that we don't get caught in this storm back here. Yeah, we caught up to the storm cell, drove through it, and it was a bad one. It just was pouring, so we know what's coming. Bigfoot sighting on the top of this mountain that you see ahead of us. It's a further hike back here than I thought it was. I just turn off the camera and then I hear snapping back there. I wonder if what we heard snapping on this side at the beginning come this direction. Maybe it's the same animal back there. This is the spot where the police officer was stuck and had his Bigfoot sighting at night. His little truck, mini truck, got stuck in the snow back here, and instead of digging himself out, he stayed the night in his vehicle to dig out in the morning, and the Bigfoot walked right up to his vehicle at night. He watched it slowly sneak walk up to him. And then on the other side of this grove, just over this little hill, is where the two guys and their dogs were. So this Territorial grove of aspens we found is right between the sightings. And I'll walk in here and show you guys around. But yeah, this one right here was twisted really low, which killed it. And then up at the very top on the right hand side, it is snapped. Not saying Bigfoot did all this, but it's right between two Bigfoot sightings. I mean, the one where the police officer was is not even 100 feet from where I'm at. And then less than a quarter of a mile on the right side over here, up over this little lip down there, is a makeshift little campground where the two guys and their dogs were. I mean, you can stand up on that hill and look down on their camp, but there's that snap off right next to the other one. Not saying Bigfoot did this. But they are known for showing their size and strength by doing this kind of stuff, and I think it's a territorial marking too. You know, we're not going out in the woods and randomly finding snap-offs. I mean, we're at the spot where some crazy Bigfoot sightings have happened.
There's a new snap-off right there.
Oh, here's a brand new one. Look, this just happened recently because, look, there's leaves beyond the break. So this happened just recently after this had grown its leaves. This is the most recent one. This sapling is probably 2 inches in diameter where it snapped. And that snap off is 7 to 8 feet in the air. Let me see, I'll stand directly under it and I'll put my hand up there. I can touch 6 feet 7 inches above me with my hand. And so that snap off's a good foot past. So that's over 7.5 feet tall at the snap location. And this is fresh and green. This isn't from winter snow load. Because this happened after the snow. Did you hear that up there? The whole time we've been back here, we keep hearing something moving through the woods and snapping off that direction. Okay, I'm going to try and keep the camera faced in the direction I heard the snapping.
I don't know what this is all about. This could be anything.
Yeah, here's a snap off right here, and then I'm going to show you what Jenny's trying to show. This is an older one. And look, this one's
That one might be too tall.
You know, unless it did it while it was on top of snowpack.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that.
Or maybe leaps up there and grabs. That one's a good 12 feet up there. Look at this elderberry bush. It's all been snapped up.
I mean, I don't know about that, but
a lot of the times when we come up here in the fall, this elderberry bush is just full of berries. And something's come along and just snapped the hell out of it. Hope that type of pruning's healthy for it. Here's another snap. Will you stand under that one, Jenny? Kind of give them an idea how high these snaps are. This has been snapped twice up at the top. The larger one off to the, I mean, no, it's been snapped a couple of times. Okay, Jenny's standing directly under that, and Jenny's 5.5 feet tall. And then the sapling on the left, it has a branch off, so it's been snapped twice over there. And then the one off to the right, this one's a little fresher.
yeah, these ones are kind of old. But that one over there is new.
Yeah, that one over there is a brand new one, that thin one.
There's one. There's one, but it's old.
Yeah, here's an old one right here. So this has got a long history. You can tell there's age differences in these snap-offs.
But that one right there to your left right there?
That's a newer one.
It's not new enough to have leaves on it.
Yeah, that one was like last year's. That one happened last year. Now, a lot of people will say, you know, the wind, snow does this, but these quaking aspens are the best trees at avoiding snow load. If you'll notice, you know, the leaves are small, the branches aren't very long, and they're the first to lose their leaves in fall and the last to get their leaves in the spring. So they're very efficient at avoiding weather-related fatalities or injuries. They're really good in the wind. They've got a real good sway, and when they're green, it takes a lot to break them. I mean, you go out and get a 2-inch aspen that's green and alive and see how much force it takes for you to break that. So, you know, to me, the Bigfoot is showing off his size and strength by breaking these 4 or 5-inch saplings, and he's trying to get up there as high as he can to show, you know, his height, his size. And I'll be the first to say that structures in the forests and snap-offs and stuff, I think there's a lot of overreaction to them, but I'm very interested in this grove because of the proximity to some excellent Bigfoot sightings just right here on the front step of this thing. So we watch this. We come up to it once or twice a year to see what's going on. Oh, there's more elderberries over there. Yeah, Jenny's pointing them out.
Well, I'm pointing out, there's this, there's another snap-off. There's one right there.
Yeah, there's 2 or 3 dozen of these suspect Bigfoot snap-offs in this territorial grove of aspens. Something has messed with the elderberries back here. And check it out. I mean, this is the Bigfoot food source back here. Something has been eating
Well, that could be
the tips off of these too.
I'm not so concerned about the tips because moose will do that. But all these ones that are I just find this just odd.
It's odd. We've been watching this location for 7 years now, and
It's never. It's
yeah.
different.
During the off season when there isn't berries, we haven't seen an animal mess with these like this. You know, maybe it's a juvenile Bigfoot that's practicing his snap-off skills.
Look at these scrape marks.
Those don't look like antler rubs to me.
No.
Antler rubs usually strip the bark entirely on 2 sides.
No,
those look like claw marks.
Those are claw marks of some sort. There's more. But they're so low. I don't know what, bear maybe, but I don't know.
That's definitely something a bear likes to do.
Yeah.
And it's on this tree too.
Yeah. It's all the way around it. It looks like something grabbed it all the way around.
Just kind of want to show you guys. I don't see where it actually climbed the tree though. I just see the claw marks low.
Yeah.
And that's right next to an older snap-off. And that snap-off's about 8.5 feet up there. And of course this is maybe 2.5, 3 inches at the snap-off point.
There's a tree that's all stretched up over here too. I want, do cats do this? Or just bears?
Yeah, I think cats do it too, so it may be mountain lion. That reminds me of a cat. I wonder if that's a mountain lion or a bobcat back here scratching it up.
I don't know if they do that or not, but that's weird.
House cats do it.
Big spider crawled out of it.
We camped where the 2 guys and their dogs had the crazy night, just up over this hill. On the bottom side of that, there's a little valley. Here's some more elderberries. And This one hasn't been messed with as bad as the other two elderberry bushes. You know, we're trying to figure out if the Bigfoot has marked this off as a territory. Why? Well, these elderberries are within its grove. And look, some of these got bent over, you know, like it reached up there to snap it off and instead pulled the whole dang thing over. And this attempted snap off that got pulled over is right between that elderberry bush and this elderberry bush. And these elderberries are just wonderful. My son Caleb, anytime we find them and they're even close to ripe, he eats several handfuls of them. Jenny's dad likes to make an elderberry juice that's supposed to be really good at fighting and helping you get over a cold. All right, that storm's upon us. If anything exciting happens on our hike back, we'll make sure to film it, but the storm cell's coming right over the top of Jenny and I. We're gonna hike out of here. But there's a look at the Territorial Grove of Aspens. Make sure you go down to the description of this video so that you guys can see the sighting report, the 2 sightings that happened right here on either side of this Grove of Aspens. And Jenny's pointing out 2 more snap-offs. Let me get behind you. We point up at the top of those snap-offs, Jen. Those are about 9 feet up there. What do you see? Oh my gosh, I see it too.
What is it?
What is back there? Jenny and I saw dark movement back here.
Well, there's some gray standing in front of it.
Where'd it go now?
It's gone. I don't know where it is.
I just saw a flash. Jenny saw it and stood upright and gasped. And I just saw it out of the corner of my eye disappear right there.
I don't know what it was.
Was it on 2 legs?
I don't know. I just saw a big mat. I don't know what it was. It could have been a moose.
Moose usually aren't gray.
It scared the shit out of me.
Right, standing right there, you guys. That's where I saw the flash of whatever it was after Jenny stood right up and gasped.
Well, it was standing right there. Let's just walk up there.
All right, we're gonna walk up to it. See what's going on here. We're on an animal trail.
Yeah.
This is where we kept hearing something snapping too.
Kind of steep.
It's kind of slippery too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something uses this. This is a well-used animal trail that we're on right now. I'm getting out my wrist mace and throwing that on my wrist. We might be walking up on a moose. We don't know what it is. Or a bear.
Patchy gray and brown.
Yeah, I just saw the flash of it disappearing once you got me going. Look, it looks like something may have been laying under this fallen over tree right there. I see a cavity in there, and I think I'm gonna go up and around towards the huffing noise and see if I can look into, or right here. You can see that something's been coming in and out of where this tree's laid over, and there's like a bedding cavity in there.
Okay, let's get up.
All right, let's go. We're gonna go up around this fallen over tree, and Here's another elderberry plant right here at the top. Yeah, and something's been laying right here. This is a bedding spot right here.
Something just came through here.
It does look fresh, doesn't it? See any Bigfoot tracks?
Something stepped there, and it's pretty deep.
Let's see.
See how deep it is?
Let me step on this plant.
Right here.
I see toes that go all the way across here. There's the front of the foot, and then it goes, here's the left edge of it and the heel section right here. I mean, it's hard to make out because of the weeds and the grass, but its toes seem to have gouged right into there. And because I don't see claws at the front, I don't think it's a bear that went and hid from us. There's another track right here. At first I thought that was you, Jenny, this track, but I don't see your, I don't see the tread of a shoe right there. There's another flat-footed, that looks like a hill, like it was going the opposite direction. This is the hill, and then the toes are kind of lost in the weeds over here. So that other track I was showing you guys, it's going into the woods, and this one right here, it's coming out. So makes me wonder if it walked out here. Check this out. When you noticed it, it flipped around and ran back, and Jenny's following a fresh trail. You can tell these weeds have been freshly trampled down. Dang, that storm is right on us.
I know.
I see another snap off over there. Yeah, totally under, it's totally under other tree cover, so wind and all that just doesn't make sense to snap that. Or I don't want to hike out in the mud in the intense rain. We need to start heading back. Yeah. More elderberries right here. Snap off back there. Here, I'll zoom in on this one.
There's one. Is that the one you're looking at?
I'm looking at one further back. That one right there, there's the top of it. And then Jenny just pointed this one out closer to us. You know, if Bigfoot does do this, and this being an exact place where people have saw Bigfoot, maybe it is Bigfoot related. Maybe he's telling everybody to stay away from his elderberry bushes. This is his food. And these elderberries, if they do not get picked and ate in the fall, they stay good through the winter time. So you can keep coming back to these through the winter until they're gone. And even in the spring when the snow starts melting, a lot of berries are still edible. And as a matter of fact, after they've gone through some cold, they really sweeten up. It looks like something's been bedding down under this fallen over tree. And whatever it was standing right in front of it. Not saying it's Bigfoot that's crawling up under this thing, but something's been crawling in and out of there. How tall was that thing that you saw? I
only saw right there. It was standing there. I didn't see the top of it, and I didn't see the bottom of it either.
Yeah, I saw the flash of it as it ran away after you saw it. What's crazy is how silently it ran away. You know, on our hike in, we were hiking down there, We could hear something snapping every once in a while moving on this side. But whatever ran from us, it ran silently. Luck of the draw, ran up an animal trail it knows real well. From this vantage point, you guys can kind of see the vastness around us. Just miles and miles of forest from all directions around us. The direction we're heading right now is the direction of Bloody Bucket. You go over this mountain, next to us, probably less than 10 miles away, is the famous Bloody Bucket Bigfoot sighting locations, where people keep on seeing what may be a family of 3 Bigfoot that are usually spotted together over there. Alright, well, we're gonna hike out of here before the rain comes in. I hope you guys enjoyed a look at the strawberry grove of aspens. We think it may be a territorial grove for a Bigfoot. Keep on watching. We're gonna keep on squatching. This is really odd. Where we began our hike, Jenny discovered a bunch of walnuts on the ground right here. And of course there's no walnut trees. A person brought these here. No idea why anybody would chuck a bunch of walnuts right here. So that's interesting.